Good evening, and welcome everybody to this gala. And I just want to say I'm so honored to be here tonight. And I know if my father were here, he would be especially honored as well. Thank you, and I hope you all have a very, very good time this evening.
I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary. We want equality by any means necessary.
My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.
I've been involved with the Perkins Bar Association since about my second year of practice here in Orlando. I initially went to college not necessarily to be a lawyer, so once I actually became a lawyer and got back to Orlando, I tried to seek out those who may have had a similar experience to myself and could provide me with some type of guidance or advice going forward.
The Bar Association was formed in my home. The exact year I do not recall. Several of us at the time, there were a few black lawyers in Orange County, Florida, actually in Central Florida. So Harry Lamb, Evelyn and James Golden, Joe Morrell, and a couple of other people's names I just don't recall at this time. We met, talked about it, and Harry Lamb and James Golden were charged with drafting a draft of Articles of Incorporation. And there were a couple of lawyers there from Daytona Beach. And so that's how it started.
They never said children get out of here or women get out of here. They treated everybody with respect. I learned how to treat women. I think I learned how to treat children or father my children. And I learned that you could do really serious things without ever taking yourself too seriously. They were always having fun and doing great things, impactful things for our community.
Any lawyer can make a difference by being involved in the Policy Perkins Law Association and just being a lawyer simply because the rules of the Florida Bar require lawyers to be very decent, moral, upright people. And that in and of itself is a great contribution to our society.
If you don't know where you came from, you never know where you're going. When you become a part of the Policy Perkins Bar Association and you learn the history going up from the Policy Perkins Bar Association is an affiliate of the Virgil Hawkins Florida Chapter National Bar Association. Then you learn about the National Bar Association, and it only existed because black people couldn't be a member of the ABA. People tried to impede voting rights, and you see this cycle ongoing and ongoing and ongoing, and so it gives you a sense of purpose, and it makes you, when you hear about voting rights being attacked, you remember the history.
Our mission is to promote the advancement of African Americans within the legal profession. And so one of the things is when you have someone who's been practicing for 10 years come and mentor a one-year lawyer, then we know they're getting proper training. So when they do find themselves in a leadership role or a position, they know how to handle the position. They're not here not knowing what they're doing. So it's important to have mentors within the organization to not only train and mentor young lawyers and law students, but also to show them the mistakes that they might have made and show them, certain aspects of their career that didn't pan out how they wanted it to pan out and how the mentees and the young lawyers can benefit from that.
For those who do, if you don't have anyone in your immediate circle that is guiding you, you're trying to figure it out on your own. And it is important that we have this field where we have black men and women representing clients across every field that helps and encourages the others. One reason I became an attorney is because I saw Perry Mason on TV. but I didn't see anybody that looked like me. I still like Perry Mason, but it would have been nice to see a black woman like the ones I see on TV today.
I think that the Paul C. Perkins Bar Association has done a great job of involving the community in the practice of law, allowing them to understand what happens in trials potentially, but also just outreach and letting the general public know that these lawyers as a group are available.
The relationships have been the most beneficial. There is no doubt. It is there that I have formed my closest relationships with the attorneys that I know, because where I worked, there were very few, if any, black attorneys where I worked. So having that was crucial, very much.
During my presidency, we obtained a grant to start the Paul C. Perkins Bar Association Street Law Program, where we went into schools, into the Boys and Girls Club, and we met with students and taught them the law. We understood that, unfortunately, a lot of those kids knew the law from the wrong side. They knew the negative parts of the law. Having family members or people they know that were arrested, going into the system, through foster care system, but we wanted them to know there was a positive side of the law.
My father came to town and was one of very few black lawyers in town. You know, he died when I was 18, so some of these memories of, you know, I never really had that many very, very serious conversations about, you know, what made him make the choices that he made in life. But, you know, so I just kind of overheard him tell stories to people, and he told a lot of stories. So a big part of my father's involvement in the community was at Shiloh Baptist Church. He was a member of the trustee board. My brother and I and our friends, they came over with their fathers. We would kind of just sit at the feet of these people and listen to them make all kinds of plans on things that they were going to do for the community. That group started the Washington Shores Association for Recreation, which was a rec center that is now called Frontline Outreach. Both in his career, at his legal work, and you know, his extracurricular stuff, community was always very, very important.
I am extremely proud of the Paul C. Perkins Bar Association. It has come an awful long way in 40 years. I am quite impressed with the young lawyers who are leading in the organization. And I just want to say congratulations to each of you on your 40th anniversary in existence for the Paul C. Perkins Bar Association.
It's an honor to be the president of this organization, and I have no doubt in my mind that we will continue to push this organization onward and upward.
Those building blocks, we don't see it right then, but there's a reason that we have these experiences to prepare us down the road. And I'm thankful for the Paul C. Perkins Bar Association for being there for a new attorney like myself when I came to Orlando.
So if you want to honor my father tonight, have fun. Plenty fun.